Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we're looking at the 2012 release by Character Options from their classic Doctor Who series of episode action figure sets. And this particular one we're looking at today is from the 1982 5th Doctor episode, and it's called Earthshock. And it contains the 5th Doctor and the Cyberman Androids. Okay, so this is the box that it comes in, and it says on the box BBC Doctor Who Collector's Series Earthshock 1982 collector figure set, 5.5 inch 14cm scale collector series, ages 5 and above, and you've got the Character Options logo on the bottom right hand corner. Okay, so that's the front of the box. Now, before we look at the figures, let's turn it round and we've got a good idea of what's actually in here. So it says BBC Doctor Who Earthshock 1982 collector figure set. And you've got Cyberman Android number 1, the 5th Doctor, and the Cyberman Android number 2. You've also got here, which is the Cyber Bomb, which they was about to detonate on Earth. And it says includes the 5th Doctor and Cyberman Androids 1 and 2. 5.5 inch 14cm scale collector series, and at the very bottom you've got the copyright information from the BBC. Okay, so that's the back of the box. If I just drop the box down, let's just turn it over. So on the top of the box it says includes the 5th Doctor and Cyberman Androids 1 and 2. You've got a www.characteronline.co.uk web address, BBC, Doctor Who, and you've got a little image of the TARDIS there. If I turn the box over to the side, what do we say here? It just says here, includes the 5th Doctor and Cyberman Androids 1 and 2. And if you go over to the other side, there's nothing really on there apart from, it says BBC Doctor Who, and you've got an image of the TARDIS, and it says Earthshock 1982 collector figure set. Okay, so that is the set. What I think I'm going to do, because we're getting a lot of glare from the bubble, I think I'm going to open the box. We'll take the figures out and we'll have a look at them outside of the box. Okay, so I've removed the packet from the box, but unfortunately I can't really take these off of the container because they are all strapped in. There's all the string that's holding them together, and there's also two lots of bubble that's holding it in place, so I can't really take it off. So we're just gonna have to look at the figures in the bubble, and this is what we've got. Incidentally, one thing I didn't notice before when it was in the box was that the androids come with replaceable hands. So you've got another 4 different hands there, which you can change from the androids that are here. So you've got, they're both currently holding the same 2 hands, so with the hand outstretched, but then you've got the other hands that just slot in and are just normal type of hands. And here you've got the, does that come out? Is that, I think that's tied in as well actually. Yep, so it's all tied in, so I can't remove the bomb either, but you can see the bomb is ticking away with the time on there as well. And if I just take that out, that's the backdrop of the card, and this was actually the hole where the bomb was in the TV episode of Shock, and there's the TARDIS just on the background there. So that's the backdrop, and I think these figures will look great out of this container, standing in front of the backdrop there. But anyway, it says 5.5 inches or 15 centimeters on the box, and this, well, they're not quite 15 centimeters. This is 14 centimeters, the 5th Doctor. And what does that equate to in inches? That does equate to 5.5 inches. So they're all about the same size there. I wonder why that said it was. Oh no, it does say 14 centimeters on the box. My mistake. I thought it said 15 centimeters, but it is 14 centimeters. And width-wise, we're looking at approximately 5 centimeters on each figure, maybe 6 on the Doctor because he's a little bit wider, a little bit fatter maybe. And depth wise, we're looking at approximately, let's measure it from the top, which is going to be the easiest way, about 3 centimeters deep they are. Now obviously the androids are a terrific likeness of the characters seen in the episode. You couldn't really get them wrong really, because they're just a blank face with just dressed all in black. The Doctor, however, is very, very good likeness of Peter Davison as he appeared as the 5th Doctor back in the 1980s. He was the 5th Doctor for 3 years before relinquishing, and then Colin Baker took over. But he took over from probably arguably the most popular Doctor of the classic series, Tom Baker. However, when Peter Davison took over, obviously it boosted the ratings because he was a very popular actor anyway, and the ratings went up. But anyway, I've digressed. So the 5th Doctor comes dressed in his usual attire. So he's in his cricketing outfit, if you like, with his, you can just see in there, he's got his stick of celery stuck to his lapel, and he's in his cricket jumper and his cricket shirt with the question marks on the collar, and obviously his cricket jacket. And if we go down, he's in his cricketing trousers and his bumper boots or training shoes. So that's the 5th Doctor. And then of course the androids, as I said, they're all dressed in black, but they do have these replacement hands, which are there's 4 hands, 1, 2, 3, 4, so they've got 2 each. And of course we've got the bomb again, which we showed you earlier with the time ticking away, and there's the second android there with his hand up saying stop. Okay, so that is the set of figures, the box set of figures of Earthshock. So how well did these figures do? Well, to be honest with you, like any of the character option figures, they're only run for a limited amount of time. They only make certain amounts and then they finish and move on. So the quantities are just not massive, so they're never going to be huge sellers. Unlike the original figures, because they released the same figures in multiple different sets and singly in different backing cards and so on, so you're much likely to be able to find them, or much easier to be able to find most of the figures separately. So I don't believe these box sets done terrifically well. Personally, I think they're much better than the single figures, because you've got the backdrop, you get the additional accessories as well, which you don't get with the single figures. And yeah, I just think these box sets were brilliant. And like I say, character options have done amazing with the detailing of the figures. The sculpting of the face is just brilliant, and also the articulation. I haven't mentioned the articulation yet, but they all have multiple articulations. So you've got the neck, the shoulders, the elbows, the arms, the hands, the waist, the knees, the legs, the feet. So all very articulate. So fantastic figures, fantastic work has gone into them, and they just look splendid. And if I was going to keep this set, I would take them out of the plastic surround, and I would place them inside the backdrop, because I think the backdrop looks fantastic. So anyway, trying to find these figures these days in these sets, still sealed, unopened, is almost an impossibility now. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, and they're currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It takes you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Doctor Who items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that, there's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we are uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive you're not going to want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or maybe just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, Well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.